Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Cape Cod is proud to support Community TV. Some of the refreshing and satisfying products offered by Coca-Cola are Coke, Diet Coke, Coke Zero, Sprite, Fanta, Dr. Pepper, and Moxie. 125 years and still teaching the world to sing.
Kinlan Grover Real Estate sells and lists more property than any other real estate company on Cape Cod and is pleased to support community television and the Dukes of Sports.
Heritage Floor Covering supports community television and is located in Heritage Park off Route 130 Sandwich. When you look down, we look good. Carpet, vinyl, tile, and laminates. Sales, service, and installation with 40 years experience.
The Sagamore Inn, 1131 Route 6A in Sagamore, is happy to support community television. We are open for lunch and dinner every day and specialize in Italian-American cuisine, fresh native seafood, and specials.
Sandwich Animal Hospital, 492 Route 6A in East Sandwich, is pleased to support community television. We are accredited by the American Animal Hospital Association and offer surgery, dentistry, general, and preventative care. Appointments are available Monday through Saturday, 508-888-2774. Feel free to visit our website.
Hello, class is off. Welcome to the Dukes of Sports. I'm Randy Lively, here with just back from vacation.
Andrew Eaton. So, I'm back.
So what'd you bring me?
Nothing. Pictures. I can show you some pictures.
I can't spend pictures. I can't wear pictures. I
No.
can't eat pictures.
Nope.
Do me no good. No, so, oh, God. Well, hey, good to have you back. Rob filled in admirably last week, as he always does.
Yes.
Yep. And so we got to let people know the voice of God. This is what he looks like.
I know.
No. So,
we should have Jen out here sometime.
oh, yeah, really.
You know, at least there'll be some eye candy besides our ugly mugs on the camera all the time.
In a mini dress on today and eating donuts. So.
Eating donuts, that's right. It's good for things.
So,
what do you want to
my
start?
chocolate.
Well,
I can't hear me. Never mind.
I know you're hot to trot about hockey, and so am I.
I am.
But
that's okay. We don't have to start there.
what do you think about? I mean, I like Bobby Valentin.
Yes.
But boy, oh boy, what the hell was he thinking of the other day when somebody asked him about Euclid or whoever? He made the comment. Did you?
Apparently, I didn't catch that.
Oh my God! It's the talk of the town.
Wow.
No, he made some comment to I think it was Channel 7. But well, Euclid, he hasn't really been into it physically and emotionally like he has in the past. For whatever reason, and so bang, all of a sudden there's controversy.
Right.
Euclid is going, what? I practice hard every day. Da 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 da, like I always have. Boo 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 boo.
Yeah.
Pedroia chips in with, I don't know why I'd say something like that. That's not the way we do things around here. Hopefully he'll figure it out soon enough.
He's apologized.
Yes, he has. And he did some double talk about, well, I meant, physically, he'd had some issues. I guess he sat out yesterday with a groin. Could have pinched hit. And then emotionally, because of the physicalness, and I mean, it was a very poor attempt to.
Oh, I did hear about this.
And so he apologized to Euclid, but
Yeah.
nobody's really sure if Euclid is accepting the apology or not. Just seems like for a guy that is supposed to have baseball smarts. I mean, he's been known to conflict before.
Right.
But it really seemed like a stupid thing to say. Not to mention
But
him doing a Terry Francona and leaving Bart in after he'd already walked 2. Obviously,
that's a Grady Little. That's not Francona.
Well, that's a Francona too. Stick with the guy. They're buddy.
Yeah.
Although Francona's PO'd because the Red Sox invited him to the Fenway Park 100th celebration.
Yeah, he said it was too soon.
Right. They're inviting anybody and everybody who's ever had anything remotely to do with Fenway Park, and he isn't over the bad feelings, and I don't blame him in a way. Apparently, the Globe had a very negative article about him. Nobody really knows who fed information.
Right.
Then supposedly, soon after he was fired, he made a number of calls to John Henry that just never got returned. And then more recently, Henry invited him. Larry Lucchino invited him. They ended up getting an argument on the phone.
Jeez.
So Terry is not gotten into the forgive and forget mode yet.
Right. No, and understandably so. I mean, they didn't treat him very well toward the end there.
No.
It was time for a change.
But
yeah, it's
but Valentine, I don't know what.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, here's the quote. I don't think he's as physically or emotionally into the game as he has been in the past for some reason. But yesterday, because it was on Sunday, I guess he said this, it seemed, he's seeing the ball well, got those 2 walks, got his on-base percentage up higher than his batting average, which is always a good thing, and he'll move on from there. So, yeah, and then Uke said he was surprised and confused. And
well, plus Uke
apologized and said, I don't know if he accepted my apology. It was sincere, he said. The last thing in the world I would want him to think is that this was anything but an answer to a question that seemed like the question was jabbing at him. I was just trying to smooth it over. I guess I didn't.
No kidding. But, I mean...
I told you he's the first cousin of a elementary school teacher down in Harwich, right?
No.
Yeah.
No.
We're
Valentine?
Valentine.
No, so when's he coming on?
Probably after the season.
Oh, okay.
I will. I'll make some phone calls, and he'd probably love to come on something like this.
You think?
Oh, yeah, he's a great guy.
Oh. Well, yeah, no, I'd love to talk to him.
He shakes hands with everybody. He loves everybody.
Oh, okay.
He's a lover.
Yeah. Bet you Euclid doesn't love him.
No. I would.
Pedroia doesn't seem real happy. But yeah, how to piss off the team right out of the gate? I mean,
yeah. Well, at least they're winning. Yeah, they lost. They lost yesterday, 1-0. But
did you see any of that?
Right after that,
I
they
saw
lose.
some clips.
Oh, well, first of all, I mean, no way should he have left Barrett in there.
It seemed like it from what I saw. He walked the guy home, right?
Yeah.
That's the only run of the game.
Right. Well, he had already walked 2 guys, and they left him in to walk in, and 4 balls in a row, bang.
Yeah.
There's the game, as it turned out. And he had 2 outs right off the bat in that inning. And then it was like last September. He couldn't find the plate. He just...
Yeah.
And why he left him in, I don't know. But then the other thing, I just heard Rob. Rob, did you see the game?
Yeah, I did. They should have taken him out.
How about Cody Ross's at bat to end the game?
Yeah, 5 straight balls outside. They called 3 of them strikes.
Yeah.
They were a foot
Really?
outside. Yeah, it was really bad.
Well, some of them weren't that bad, but they were certainly balls.
Yeah.
And so he was up there for 5 pitches, took them all. And they've got that Amica
Yeah.
strike zone. All 5 out of the strike zone.
Wow.
And 3 of them, that freaking umpire called strikes. And that's with the tie and run on second base.
Right.
I mean,
And that was the end of the game? That was the 3rd out?
Yeah.
Jeez.
You would have thought that after a couple of those, that even if it looked close to him, that maybe he said, maybe I better swing.
Yeah.
But I guess he figured, he can't keep missing these balls and strikes. He's got to, but he did, and he called them out. And
did he have words with the umpire at the end?
But at the end of the game, the umpire goes, bleh, and heads, heads to the nearest bar.
Yeah.
That was some comment I read online about, the umpire must have had some place he needed to be in a hurry.
Yeah.
He just didn't want this game to go.
So,
Well, I mean, if Ross had hit a homer, that would have been the game too.
Well, a single would have tied it most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
It was 1-0. So a homer, 2 runs, boom, game over.
Yeah.
Because it was bottom of the ninth.
well, a long
whatever.
double off the center field wall or something, would have
Yeah.
cleared them. So tough loss.
That's
Tough
Hey,
loss.
it's another thing is Joe Madden accused the Red Sox of stealing pitches
no, he didn't.
all weekend, except for yesterday.
Well, so what?
That's what he said.
Yeah, but so what? That's part of the game. You
Well,
know,
it
if you
depends
don't-
on where the guy is.
If you don't want your pitches being stolen, then change your signs, whatever.
There was a guy with a Patriots jersey out in the bleachers there with a camera.
Yeah.
It was Belichick. They just hired Belichick to do it.
Yeah. Oh, the Mitzner was at the game yesterday.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bet you he didn't pay for his seats.
Oh, I'm sure he didn't.
No. Mr. Flip Flop.
Oh, but he's telling Obama to start packing.
Yes.
He's very confident. Has he even won the primary yet?
Romney?
Romney.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, officially.
Several. Oh, yeah.
Has he officially won?
No, not yet.
Oh, no,
He
not.
hasn't. He has not
But
won.
No, he's
Santorum-
not primary. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Santorum quit, so.
Oh, he did. All right. So
But he hasn't endorsed him.
Well, he won't.
But
Gingrich won't.
no, but
Anyway.
Gingrich at least said that whoever gets the nomination, he'll be behind him. Which I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but
Honestly, I want a sports fan in the White House.
yeah. But the latest poll has him like just about a dead heat, which is kind of scary.
With Obama?
Yeah,
We'll see.
scary.
We'll see. I don't.
Well, see,
really-
I have this philosophy back from my
Yeah.
political science major days that the voting public as a whole are idiots.
Generally.
They just go by what they're fed, and they go, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Don't look.
And right now they're fed that Obama's been doing this terrible, terrible job.
Yep.
And he hasn't done everything right, but he hasn't done everything wrong either.
No, it takes
He's-
a long time to correct what his predecessor did.
He's raising my gas prices.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like Bush did
Yeah.
before him. Yep, the president definitely controls that. But our last two presidents, regardless, Obama and Bush, are both big sports fans. And I've always appreciated that. Bush owned the Rangers for a while, so he must be some kind of sports fan. And Obama's
I
playing
don't
basketball with all sorts of people. So
I don't know if he knew what sport he owned. I mean,
he might not have. But
somebody bought him a team, and he goes, "Oh, great! I wonder if they'll let me shoot any baskets." And no, it's baseball. It's oh, all right. So,
anyway, back to actual sports.
actual sports, hockey.
Well, we go to hockey. It's funny because you mentioned, because I've brought up Sports Illustrated here and there, and you said you want to get some old issues of Sports Illustrated, see how well they've picked their winners. And I believe, let me check the date, but I believe it's this week's issue. Let's see here. April 16th. All
Close
right,
enough.
is the date on this magazine.
And today
So,
is April 17th.
Today is the
That's about
17th
as
that we're
current as
shooting
you can
this.
get.
And they have the playoff forecast. And it's titled Pens Are Mightier. Because they went to let's call them the Final Four, the East and West Finals, and then who they have winning the Stanley Cup. And they have the Penguins over the Bruins in the East. But pulling up my nice phone here,
It could still happen.
it could still happen.
Not likely.
Let's see now. Let's see. Where are they? Rangers, Penguins, and Flyers. Philly. That's the Flyers.
Yes, it is.
Is
Very good.
beating Pittsburgh. That's the Penguins, right?
That's correct.
3-0 in games. That's interesting. And then it could still happen. It
Right.
has.
Yeah,
The Bruins have done it a few times, I think.
both ways.
Yeah, that's true. And in the West, they have the Canucks beating the Predators. Now, the Predators isn't a bad guess from what I've seen. They seem to be on a roll.
They're a little under my radar.
But the Canucks are playing the Kings right now. And you know what the score is right now?
No,
It's
Andrew.
3-0.
Wow.
LA. It's amazing. It's amazing. I didn't think the Canucks were going to do very well. I knew they'd make the playoffs, but I figured
They had a good regular season, so did
they
the
did.
Penguins.
And
I mean, to be
Crosby
down
and
3-0, I mean, for me, that both of them, that's a surprise.
It is. It is a surprise for them to be.
One of the
possibly
Sedins
swept.
is out.
Oh,
Well, that shouldn't
so
matter.
what?
They were so worthless in the Stanley Cup, and they still went 7 games. I mean, so it's you've made that reference, and they have the Penguins beating the Canucks in the Stanley Cup.
Yeah. I mean, I want to get paid what some of these sports writers get paid.
Oh,
to be
definitely.
wrong.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're worse than weathermen.
Yeah, they're worse than we are.
Yeah. Yeah.
We do all right, I think. But it's just funny. I thought I'd bring that up. But of course, I've got my playoff beard started. I shaved just before the series, but now it's going to be growing. So
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's new?
not the whole thing. I didn't just shave completely, but the playoff beard will be growing now until the Bruins are out. Because I don't care about anybody else.
Just the Bruins.
Just the Bruins.
Well, I'll tell you, I was a little concerned. They had a good win, third game in D.C. against Washington. Now for some reason, they've got 2 days off.
Yeah,
I don't think they play Washington again until Thursday.
Oh, they're playing Washington again?
Yeah. And, I'll tell you, I was a little concerned because, now you're probably too young to remember this.
Probably.
You ever hear of Ken Dryden?
Nope.
Really?
No.
I've also just started to get into hockey. I'm still not fully involved in hockey. I enjoy watching the playoffs. I'm hard pressed to watch a regular season game, honestly. I'm getting there, but it's tough for me.
Well, that has nothing to do with do you know who Ken Dryden is?
He's not a hockey player?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, well then that's...
But,
I know one hockey player that's
is...
not currently playing, and that's Bobby Orr. That's about it.
You never... Bobby Hull? Gordie Howe?
No.
Holy crap.
Mario Lemieux?
Oh, I know Lemieux.
Gretzky?
Oh, of course, Gretzky. All right. Well, does Gretzky even count? I mean, I think everyone knows who Gretzky is.
Stan Mikita?
I've heard the name.
Jean Beliveau?
No.
Old Bruins? You know any old Bruins?
I know
Phil
a few.
Esposito?
Brad Park?
Who played with Orr?
Phil Esposito, Fred Stanfield?
Okay, I knew that one.
Johnny Busick?
Ken Hodge? Pie McKenzie?
Jerry Cheevers?
Cheevers?
You're losing me.
Derek Sanders?
Wait. There was one other guy I'd recognize, and that's the one who we traded to the Avalanche so that he could finally win a title in his
Ray
life.
Bork.
Bork, that's the one. I knew him.
Well,
I'm telling you, I'm learning. I'm getting
Ken
there.
Dryden is just a Hall of Fame goaltender. And I don't, Rob, maybe you know something about this. Do you remember? I don't know. It's a lot of years ago. But the Bruins met the Canadiens, as has often happened in the playoffs. And Montreal threw this unknown rookie who had just been called up maybe a week or two before the end of the season. Nobody knew anything about him. And they started this guy. And so, I remember sitting there laughing. Ha! What's a Dryden? And he just totally stoned the Bruins in the playoffs.
He did for years.
Yeah. I mean, he just came out of nowhere. And so I'm seeing this Capitals have got this third-string rookie goaltender who had the first 2 games were pretty darn good.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, oh, my God, is this the Dryden thing all over again? But made me feel a little good. At least they got 4 in a net last night. And thank God, because Thomas wasn't
4-2,
quite as
right?
sharp. 4-3.
4-3.
Sharp as he was in the first 2 games. Although one of those goals, did you watch the game?
Yep.
Yeah. Can't remember the guy's name, but on Washington that got the breakaway.
Yeah, that was that Light guy. His name was Light.
But I mean, Thomas
flopped.
Yeah, I mean, he could have made the save, but it would have been spectacular.
Big news on that. The guy who passed that to him, Backstrom, and also was in the their first goal, what's his name? Their big star, the guy that assisted on both of those, he cross-checked Peverly in the face after the game was over, and he got suspended for the next game.
Really?
Oh, nice.
Wow. Yeah, because during the game, it was Chara that got cross-checked in the face.
Yeah, and they didn't call it.
Well, it's a high stick.
Yeah.
High stick. And, yeah. And, you know, they showed the replay of it, and there's a linesman right in front of the play looking at it. And, yeah, so we got away with it. But, anyways, the good guys won.
The good guys did
But,
win, and they're up 2-1, so that's good.
Yeah, well, they got to do it again on Thursday.
Yep.
I mean, Washington won the
Won
season
this regular series. That's what I thought. Well, it was like 4-2 or something, wasn't it? How many times did they play each other? I don't
Not
even
that
know.
often. I think it might have only been 4 games, but anyways, they
3-1
won.
or-
You know,
yeah.
and you know, I was a little, because of that, a little more concerned. Rob and I talked about a little bit last week that they got stuck with the Caps instead of the Senators in
Yeah.
the first round.
Well, the Rangers are only up 2-1 on them, so
Yeah, but I think the Senators managed to steal an overtime victory
Oh, is
in
that
New
what it
York.
is?
But I mean, I give the Capitals credit. I mean, they're playing some pretty stingy defense out there.
So, okay, now I get confused because I'm so used.
No shit.
I know, right? I'm very used to
Getting your own way.
the way football is played, where
Yeah, well, that's different than hockey.
I'm aware.
Rules
I mean,
are the-
I'm saying the way that the playoff brackets work. Let me finish, Randy. Jeez, where the highest seed plays the lowest seed, regardless of the round. And so, does that happen in hockey, or is it a set?
No, you play the highest place lowest.
Yeah.
Highest always. So
Yeah.
so assuming the Rangers beat the Senators and the Bruins beat the Capitals,
Yep.
you know, assuming the higher seed always wins, we would then be playing the Panthers in the next round.
No, the Rangers are the 1 seed.
Yeah, we'd be playing the Bruins would be playing the
The
Panthers.
Rangers will get the lowest seed that's advancing.
regardless. So if the Devils beat the Panthers, they will play the Devils.
I would say so.
All right. No, you're off, Rob. You were on, and then you were.
The
Hey.
Philadelphia is the 4-5. Philadelphia and Pittsburgh are the 4-5 seed.
Right.
So that's probably who
But-
the Bruins would play. The winner of Philadelphia.
Well, I mean, that's the Devils are probably going to beat the Panthers from what I've seen on the scores.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the Rangers would get them.
But if the Panthers win, then the Bruins would get the Panthers because they're the 3 seed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so it doesn't matter the game because in basketball, when that happens, the 1-8 seed always plays the 4-5 seed winner.
No, that's the same way in basketball.
I don't think so. In one of them,
Yeah.
maybe it's baseball then. I thought at least one sport
See, the only difference is
ignored
that
the seeds after the first round.
the only difference is that like even though the Celtics don't have a better record than Orlando, or they're tied
They're
now,
tied, I think, now.
they will still go above them because they'll be the East champions.
No, I get that. But what I'm saying is in the second round,
It's still
it's still the number one would play
you're
the
seeded one's
lowest
way,
seed.
and the lowest seed plays the highest seed. Yeah, whoever's left.
All right, then it must just be baseball. I mean, I know baseball is standard, but I thought basketball or hockey did that too. You don't know.
I got your answer.
I don't know. I don't know if that's. We'll see, I guess.
What, we need to go over this again?
No, we don't need to go over it again.
Rob, talk slower when you talk with them.
Okay, the first seed.
I understand, Rob. Thank you.
So what do you think about the Bruins?
I think they're in pretty good position to repeat. I mean, I guess it'll come down to how the Rangers play. And
yeah.
assuming it's the 1-2 gets into the finals and it's the Rangers versus the Bruins in the finals, the Eastern Finals, that'd be my only concern, honestly.
Oh yeah, the Rangers I don't think are about to roll over for this year for anybody.
No.
Whoever's going to meet them, it's going to have a tough series.
Yeah.
Although that Pittsburgh Philly series, boy, that's chippy too.
Yeah.
They're
They only
beating the
have like
snot out of each
a
other.
dozen fights or something.
Oh yeah,
right?
for a period.
Right.
That would be a tough series for the Bruins, Philadelphia.
Didn't we sweep them last season?
We
Have
did,
they
and
really
then the
made any
season
big?
before they beat us 4 in a row, remember?
Yeah, we were up 3.
Well, we were up
3-0.
3-0, and then they beat us. Yeah.
But
I do remember that.
But I think the Bruins played well against them during the regular season this year.
Yeah.
But that doesn't always mean anything,
No.
you know.
Well, I don't think either one of those teams have made any big moves or lost anyone. Well, actually, the Bruins lost Horton, right?
Yep. Well, they've been without him for quite a while. It's nothing new.
Oh, I thought it was only about 2 weeks.
Oh no.
It's been longer than that.
Oh yeah, talking months.
Oh, okay. Did we just lose somebody else then?
McQuaid isn't playing.
Defenseman, yeah.
Oh, okay.
They just call it, typical body, typical hockey. It's an upper body something.
Yeah.
I don't really ever say what it is.
Well, they're better than football, though.
Yeah.
Football will be barely willing. I mean, the guy could have his leg amputated, and they'd say, "Ah, geez, it's a lower injury, lower extremity."
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you'll be all right with a little rest,
Well, so the Celtics then. Do you want to talk more hockey?
Yeah, but it can bounce around.
All right. We'll go to.
We never have anything organized anyway.
It's true.
No sense starting now.
We're not ESPN. We don't have teleprompters telling us what to say.
No, we just have Rob and Jen telling us what
That's
to do.
right.
I got to be careful. Yes, Jen
Yes.
threatened me within an inch of my life not to mess with the table and make
Just don't
noise.
bang on the table,
I know,
which
I-
you've already done a couple times.
I know, Chief. I'm surprised she hasn't been out here with her machete or something. Anyways,
Well,
she's scared. I tell you, she scares me. I
Yeah?
wouldn't mess with her.
well, I wouldn't either
Oh,
because she's
no.
pregnant right now. You don't mess with pregnant ladies.
Well, regardless.
As long as you have the fear, we're good.
Yes. You're welcome for the donut. So,
All right, so
what we got?
basketball.
Oh, basketball, yes.
So we're down to our
Rob
last
is looking
5.
like a sage, a seer,
I know.
a clairvoyant. They had back-to-back games, won 2 out of 3. Totally shocked me. Lost to Toronto, which was inexplicable. But
Yeah. Well, that was their third game.
no, it was the first, I think.
Oh, was it?
Or the middle, whatever. But no, then they went to this poor excuse for a basketball team, I think Charlotte, where they
Yeah.
didn't even bring Garnett, Pierce, and Allen.
Yeah.
Allen is sort of a bench player right now, but yeah, it wasn't like they brought him and they didn't dress. They didn't even make the trip.
Right.
So, but Rondo has been playing like out of his mind.
Yeah. And
I mean, you think he set some record for double-digit consecutive assist games, and
yeah.
Yeah, he's getting up there. It's pretty close.
Well, who's the other guy? Bradley, Avery Bradley.
Yeah,
Is his
Avery
name?
Bradley's come in.
yeah,
And I don't know if you saw this, but while I was on vacation, I actually got all the sports channels, so I was able to watch some of this for once. And I was watching a little bit of I think it was just Sports Center, and they were showing they had mic'd Ray Allen,
Oh.
and he's on the sidelines coaching Bradley and going, "You missed that shot because you didn't arch your back, or you didn't you got to flip the wrist at the end." And he's coaching this guy, and they're like, "Well, maybe he's a future coach." How would you like that? Would you like to see Allen kind of back up Rivers there?
not just yet.
Well, not yet.
But-
As an assistant coach, maybe.
Oh, that's up to Doc.
Of course,
I
it
don't
is.
know.
I think it'd be a nice move, nice little transition to get.
Well, maybe next
Allen.
year they'll have him as a player coach.
Well, sure, that would work.
But speaking of that, Bradley has found his favorite spot.
Yeah.
Seems to be to the right of the basket near the baseline for shooting 3-pointers.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that where Allen often liked to shoot from?
I thought he
He
was,
was a
more.
little more versatile.
I don't remember him ever really picking a spot.
But there's this one spot. I think he goes out on the thing and makes a little dot on the floor, and he
Does-
stands there, waits for Rondo to get him in the ball. But no, he's been nailing threes from this one position like crazy. Well, just in the last couple of games that I
Yeah.
noticed, anyways. But no, I mean, thank God Allen got hurt Uh,
I know,
but
really.
we
I
wouldn't
mean,
know
really.
about this guy.
No.
You know, he would have.
So 2 weeks ago, Pierce was Player of the Week. Last week, Garnett was Player of the Week in the NBA.
Huh?
Look at that.
Yeah. No, I tell you, they've got a pretty good record since the All-Star break,
17-7, I think it is.
and it might even be better than that. Rob will probably be able to tell you.
Yeah, I think that might have been in my magazine.
Yeah,
so
I think
so it
more
might
like
be 19-7,
19 and 8, something like that.
Yeah.
But
Well, they've won 2 straight.
not too shabby. And I'm still not convinced.
Yeah.
I'm surprised, but I'm still not totally sold that come, say, second round of the... Oh, sorry, Jeff. Maybe I should just not... Maybe you should handcuff me behind my back. What the hell was I going to say now? Oh,
A little tapping is okay, just no big bangs.
second round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure if they got a quality team.
Well,
They can take him in 7 games. Now, Rob, I'm sure he's got the house mortgaged to the hilt with his bookies in Vegas counting on this, but
yeah.
I'm not quite sold yet.
Last 2 games in Orlando. The other starters, except for Wade and Bosch and LeBron.
That's Miami, not Orlando.
Miami.
All right.
There
Where
was
they just
3
killed
guys
them
that
twice
never
in a
took
row.
a shot in 192 minutes. They didn't take 1 shot.
Yeah.
They're not a well-rounded team at all. They're going to be had.
No, I mean I was impressed. They beat Miami by 19 at the Garden, and then a
beat
little
'em
after
by
that went down to
3 or 4,
Miami.
right?
and
It wasn't a...
I think it might have been 7 or 8, but they beat them at home, and that impressed me.
Well, the Miami has the best home record in the league, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, well, the league as a whole kind of sucks. I mean, there's not a lot of real good teams.
This is the professional
I know.
association we're talking about
I know,
here,
it's
right? I guess
Guys
I would.
get hit free throws. Rob and I
okay.
were talking last
see what
week
you're saying.
about how it's great when guys do get out of college and go to the pros, and they don't have to worry about traveling.
Yeah.
5 steps, that's fine. But the other thing, and I wanted to ask Rob last week, and as usual, I got off on some wild-ass tangent and never got back to it. But in the pro game, it seems to me there's a lot of calls that they call on the defense, like blocking, I think is the word they used. And not charging so much. But I got the impression that a lot of times these guys driving to the basket just barrel-ass through somebody. In my book, and they'll get the fall. And I think it should be the other way around. Do you watch much basketball? Do you notice that?
I haven't seen much this season, honestly, but
Well, it's not just this year. But
I do know what you're talking
I'm
about.
talking on
And
a
it's-
pro level.
I know. I don't watch college basketball at all.
Okay.
So that's why I did so poorly in the bracket, if you remember. But no, it's funny. My father-in-law and I were having a conversation about the traveling, and he's looking. He goes, I don't play much basketball anymore. He goes, but I play at a low and middle and high school and stuff like that. He goes, isn't that traveling when they take 6 steps to the basket? And I'll go,
Not in the pros.
It's supposed to be. And he's like, well, they do call traveling on occasion, right? I go, on occasion, but never the star player. He goes, I noticed that. Like, and the bigger the player is, the more steps they're allowed to take.
Well, Rob also had the answer to when they do call traveling.
That's when they go up and down with the ball, right?
Well, that's
Although I've even seen that not called. It was on a Celtic, so I didn't care.
Yeah.
But
Hey, Rob, so
So when they're on the move, when they go into the basket,
Yeah.
you're allowed almost 3.5 steps now, really.
But it's
At
supposed
least.
to be 2.5,
Oh,
right?
well, yes, 2. You
Two.
can't move your pivot foot, really, but
Right.
2. But when you're out you're out, like if you catch a pass out on the wing,
Yeah.
and you take 2 steps without dribbling, they'll call it then. It's more driving to the basket. They let you get away with it every time.
But
every time.
they shouldn't.
How
Oh, I know.
How about the charging?
Well, charging, you're supposed to have both feet down on the ground to take a charge, and you have to be outside that circle. There's a circle
Yeah.
under the basket, who knows? It's like that umpire yesterday with the Red Sox game.
Yeah.
It's such guesswork, and you don't want to take all the guesswork out of the game, but.
But I think, maybe it's because they don't want to inhibit the offense, which is pretty lousy anyways.
Yeah.
Professional teams scoring 70-something points and winning, and I'll never be convinced it's because they're all playing such great defense. It's just because the offensive skills have eroded so much over the years.
Yeah, well, it's true.
And so if they call charging too much, that takes even more away from the offense. But I really think that they don't call charging nowhere near enough. I think they let them get away with that.
I agree.
Because I've seen sometimes it's like in baseball. And I don't know. Have I harped on this before about coming around third and barrel assing into the catcher
I don't think so.
and giving him a body block, making no attempt to slide?
Right.
And granted he's got some gear on. So what? You're coming at full speed down that third base line, and you just throw yourself into him and lead with your shoulder. That's not a slide as far as I'm concerned. Now, no. But let me take it one step further. Okay? Bang, bang play at first base. Guys tearing up the first base line. There's the first baseman keeping his foot on the bag, trying to catch the ball, and the runner just bowls his ass over. What's the difference? Why is one?
Because that bang bang play at first is a force out. And in most cases, I know not all, but in most cases, when they're barreling into the catcher, it's because it's not a force out.
Right.
So, and the catcher's got the ball. So they're trying to knock the ball out of the catcher's hand.
Say the same thing. You're trying to knock the ball out of first baseman's
But
glove.
as soon as the first baseman catches it, he's out.
Well, he's got to have control over it.
Yeah, but that doesn't take much.
I don't know. I'm talking.
I don't think you should be charging.
bang, bang play.
I don't think you should be charging a first baseman at all. Period. And
Well, I don't think you should be doing it to the catcher either.
but you
I
know,
don't think it should be allowed. I think if that happens, the guy's automatically out.
What about taking somebody out at second?
I mean, it
well, that's
depends how it's done.
That's to stop a double play. Really,
Theoretically, yeah.
More often than not, that's how Ellsbury got hurt. Right, was to try and break up a double play. It didn't even work.
Yeah.
But I guess that's
Yeah, but they don't barrel full force into the guy. It's usually in the act of sliding. Now, when you throw yourself at a guy and run through him with your shoulder, that's not in the act of sliding.
Yeah. But how are you supposed to knock the ball out of the catcher's hand?
With your foot, like they used to do it in the
With
good
your
old
foot?
days.
What, you just put your foot right into their hand?
Yeah.
How is that any better? That's almost
part of the
guaranteed.
game.
Sharpen those spikes.
I know,
Not
a
really.
cleat into a hand?
You've got a mitt.
Oh, that doesn't matter. It's going to break a wrist.
I would
Easy.
rather have a mitt than a bare hand.
Well, absolutely. But
Nah.
it's going to break a wrist.
It's back
Easy.
to Pete Rose and Ray Fosse. Do you remember that play?
And that was an all-star game for crying out loud.
Ever hear about that, Andrew?
I have, yeah. I don't think I've ever
Andrew
seen the
probably
play,
doesn't know
though.
who Pete Rose is.
Oh, come on. I am a baseball fan.
Okay. But, just because you rigged that fantasy league thing. But
Really? Because I didn't think I drafted very well. I think.
I don't know. Yeah, you got it so that you can't even have guys on a DL. Now, I went and looked up. You could have made it so we were allowed to have players
You
on
are
the DL.
allowed to have players in the DL.
There's nowhere. Yeah, but you can't replace them. You can't put them on the DL like a baseball team does and call somebody up from the minors to take their place.
No, and I don't think you can do that anyway.
Oh, well then.
I think you can still bring in another player. I got to look it up because, like I said, I've played fantasy baseball once before, and it was not on Yahoo.
Okay.
And so I'm still getting used to those rules, and I've been on vacation, so all I did was check the scores.
Excuse me, Chief. I've been on vacation. Boy, that makes me feel sad.
You should feel
While
bad.
I'm getting my butt wiped.
Hey, I can't complain because I was the one playing you. But I think I'm in first place right now.
Yes, you are. Jen's ahead of me.
Yeah. Well, I noticed actually that we let our draft go. I mean, you did the homework that we should have done, and
Yeah, a
good
lot
for
of
you,
good,
but it didn't do you much good, I guess. But one of the players that didn't make it on was David Freese. Freese. Is that how you pronounce it?
I don't even know who it is.
He's the World Series MVP from the Cardinals. I mean, he's one of the most consistent players out there, and
that's because we only have 4 teams. I mean, you had a lot of choice of a lot of players.
I know, and it was really impressive to me that nobody picked him up. So I got him.
I wanted to get back on my team, and you told Rob to take him instead. What was that? Outfielder?
No. This is what happened. You dropped him, and then you ran out of ads, so you couldn't add him again.
I dropped him because of the bogus information you gave me about.
I didn't know you only had 6, but it did say it pretty plainly that you used X amount of your 6 of the week.
No, that I get, but
Gee, do we need a referee in there?
I thought I thought the bench players counted, and it turned out they didn't.
Well, I told you that they didn't, but whatever. Again, you can always look this up too. There's settings and there's
you're the
information.
commissioner. You're the big Patuzzi, whatever.
I said as long as they're not on the bench, they count.
That's not what you told me.
No, you asked me
counts.
about utility players.
No, I asked you
asked me
everybody.
about utility, and Rob did the same thing. And both of you, I said, utility players count.
You
bench
told me
does
the
not.
whole shebang count. Everybody counts.
What would be the
even
point
guys
in
you
that?
hadn't even thought of picking, they count in case you might someday. But
No.
anyways.
Well, I mean,
So this guy, I'm trying to get back on my team.
Yeah.
Because I was given some misinformation and dropped him.
Well, you weren't given misinformation
And then you tell Rob,
from
hey,
me.
pick this guy up.
No.
Now it's 2 against 1.
Slamming the table now.
Oh, yeah.
No, Rob came to me and said, how do I add a player? And he saw, I'm drawing a blank on who it was.
It's Ethia.
now. Who was it?
Ethia, the guy from
Ethia. Andre Ethia,
yes.
Yeah. In fact, if I remember correctly, you added him, then you dropped him.
Yeah, because of misinformation. And so you said, hey,
Which is
look at
misinformation?
the dumb move Lively just made. Before he wakes up, snatch this guy.
Hey, I'm trying to make it
Are
even.
you dropping anybody today? I'm trying to write down.
Yesterday I eliminated about half my team. There's a lot of them out there.
I got to take a look.
I can't imagine you want them.
I don't know. I might want Price again. He had one good game.
Yeah.
Although I dropped him to begin with. That's how you picked him up.
Yeah. Well, I picked up somebody else you dropped too. Who I now have in my starting lineup.
Yeah.
Howie.
Kendrick?
Howie Kendrick.
Yeah. He didn't impress me.
I got him at second base because
he's a utility
you got
guy.
all the good second base.
Pujols isn't doing anything, is he?
Who?
He
Pujols.
should be.
Well,
Fielder is there, Rob. Fielder blasted 2 homers against the Sox in the second day.
Who didn't? If they were.
I know.
Although, hey, you got to give what's his name, Beckett, credit. I mean, he came back with a excellent start.
Yeah, he did.
And even Bard did.
I'm glad I picked Beckett up.
It's
No one
just-
had Beckett either in the
it's just,
draft.
It's just that, well, I didn't want to be greedy. I thought having Verlander and Holiday and Lester,
Yeah.
where would I put them?
And Buckles. Did you say Buckles?
Yeah, I got Buckles.
You do. Yeah,
Yeah, it's really good. I didn't know about the draft. At least you guys knew about it.
I knew about it. I still didn't do anything.
Well, hey,
with it, though.
Rob, it's not, again, this is Andrew. This is how conniving
No.
I kept asking, you were in Arizona shoveling snow. And I kept asking him, I said, hey, what about Rob? What about Rob? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna send him this. I'm gonna send him. So what he does, he waits for you to get back, at the last possible minute. And, you know, hey, believe me, I was in your corner. I was, yeah, of course, I tell you, this is after you screwed me by picking up Heath here. But anyways, I was trying to get him to do the right thing.
Oh, come on.
And he's using this thing about, well, Rob's on vacation, like you know, you can't get a text message while you're on vacation. And, you know, I tried. I really did.
Answer me this. Did you have a computer? I know your son did, but did you have...
No, I did not.
Okay. Because I know your son wasn't giving up his computer.
No, he was not.
So
I'm not allowed to touch it.
he wouldn't have been able to do anything anyway. That's what I explained
He's got a telephone that does everything but shovel that snow in Arizona for him.
Are you kidding? I had to walk Rob through. I had to walk you through it too. I had to walk everybody through how to even sign up for
now he's using,
the league.
He's using excuse
So I'm calling
for the league that he's got rigged somehow heavily in his favor.
So I'm going to be calling Rob and having him try and do everything on his phone that I'm talking to him on. Come on, man.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty lame excuse for having poor Rob.
Now, in
probably
in your defense,
anyway? I don't even know what place.
What I wanted to do and what I should have done was move the draft. But by the time I realized that I needed to move the draft, it was too late, and then I couldn't. And normally you can. Even in Yahoo Football, you can move the draft if you don't have enough players in the league. And the draft happens. You know, it just says you don't have enough players, you know, reschedule the draft. That's what I thought it would do. And it didn't. It said once you have 4 players, you know, you have to set it to okay, and then it drafts automatically that evening.
With 4 players, everybody has enough guys.
I mean, really.
There's a lot. You just can't pick up guys that lose their shoulder on the first week of the season, you know.
You know, give it time. Cano could get injured. Pedroia could get injured. They're probably not. They're probably going to carry my team to the championship. But
yeah, I noticed you swapped them around. You got Pedroia starting.
Well, Cano is off to a slow start and ended up he was possibly being benched in a game over the weekend. Wow. So I figured I'd get
That's a tough guy to bench.
I think he had some sprain.
You'd
or
like
something.
to think he's proven himself that
you
ride with him a little.
I think it was a minor injury that it's just like, let's give him a day maybe and see.
Day, yeah.
He was a day-to-day kind of situation.
Do either one of you guys have Gunderson?
Granderson?
Yeah,
Granderson?
yeah.
I have Cano, Granderson.
The commission's got it, Granderson.
But again, I didn't rank my players. Rob didn't rank his players. Jen didn't rank her players. You ranked your players.
But I was nice. You know, who's one that I ranked? Cody Ross. Now, would you guys have got, oh, geez, I would have taken Cody Ross.
I would have taken Cody Ross. I got a Vilas.
Good. I'll swap him for Granderson then.
Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
You want to give me, I'll take Jacoby.
Yeah,
he's on the DL. I'll take Jacoby and Ross, and you can have Granderson.
Oh, no, you're going to throw somebody else in.
All right, you can have Crawford. No, I don't want that. How about Cano? Not together, Cano for those 2 players.
Well, no, of course not. You don't even have him starting, for crying out loud. You know, what you want me to throw in Andrew Bailey? I'll give you Andrew Bailey.
Did you drop him yet?
Yeah. I would have dropped him either way. But, you know, well, that's the other thing, getting back to Sevens now. He's last week I was really, really bullshit at Bard and Charrington. Charrington for saying that Bard's going to be in the rotation. I thought that was Valentin's call.
I did watch you and Rob talking about this on the Red Sox.
And I was bullshit about Bard for not volunteering to go back.
Yeah, absolutely, and he should. He's 0-2. He's not playing very well. He's not a great start. I know it's early, but you know what?
You have to give
Sevens
him credit. 6 2/3 shutout innings.
Yeah.
I mean, the walks ended up killing him. He's walked 7. You know.
Yeah. And he struck out 7 too, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, unfortunately, 3 of those walks were in the same inning, and unfortunately,
brought one
the
home.
Red Sox didn't get any runs.
Well, and that's in Bard's defense, the offense is not coming through for him.
But the guy I'm really interested to see how he develops is Felix Dubron. Another lefty starter.
Yeah.
Not too many teams have two decent lefties. But the only thing that concerns me so far is he hasn't been able to really get out of the fifth inning.
Yeah.
And it's that, that old thing about the second time through the order. Are they figuring this guy out? Again, 2 starts.
Yeah,
Hard to tell.
it's tough. But from what I've seen, and even in spring training, and I didn't see much, I admit, but from what I've seen, Bard should be the closer. Aceves should be the 5th starter.
I don't even know if Bard
He
has
won't
the
do it, man.
mentality
To be a
the
closer?
I don't
But-
think it's tough enough. I mean, you gotta
See, I think he is.
mentally, you gotta have an attitude.
Did-
You gotta be a little crazy. That helps.
Even well, look at Papelbon. He's kind of crazy, but he's already blown 2 saves, hasn't he, Papelbon?
I don't
Down
know.
in Philly.
Has he?
I think so.
Right. I'm glad I got him.
I think he and Rivera both blew opening day saves, which is he's trying to be just like Rivera.
In a
So
sense.
it's, Aceves didn't blow the save, did he?
I don't know what he.
I think they
He
were
had
already
a
losing.
1,000 batting average against him. Every guy had gotten a hit the first 2 games they were in Detroit.
Aceves?
Yeah, since
Yeah,
then
he
he's done
didn't-
pretty well, though.
Yeah.
Now his last 2 outings have been, real good. And I've
But
noticed
with
that
Bard,
he's
though.
able to ramp it up.
Yeah.
He'll sometimes get it up to 97, 96, 97. And he can do that apparently because, he's only going for an inning,
Yeah.
Padilla against Tampa had another good bullpen outing.
Yeah. Yeah, he came in. Where is he from? Did we call him up?
No, he was signed, one of those many that they signed to a
Okay.
minor league contract. I don't know.
So he's a new addition to the Red Sox
He might have
this
been with the
year.
Yankees
Yeah.
last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I thought Bard pitched really well. He had 7 strikeouts. It's just
Yeah,
that
I mean,
he
that's
left
not
him in
bad.
too long.
Yeah,
He
well-
ran out of gas.
But he ran out of gas in the 7th inning. Is that what it
No,
was?
8th.
It was the 8th?
8th.
No, he went 6 2/3.
No, there's 2 outs. Yeah. It
Oh,
was,
6 2/3?
Yeah.
I thought it was 7 2/3.
But I mean, a starter should be able to go 7 innings.
Yeah,
Consistently.
Now I think it's a lot easier to take a guy who's been starting and make him into a short reliever than to go the other way.
Agreed.
The arm isn't stretched out. Totally different. Mindset to how you approach the game. And I'm still not convinced that Bard has enough pitches
Right.
that he has confidence and control over to
But-
be a starter.
But that's my point, I guess. Aceves has proven himself as a starter,
He's also proven himself
as a reliever.
too.
Yeah, he's proven on
Well,
both counts. So
well-
why wouldn't you have him? I mean, who else would you have?
Well, you have on as the roster right now, nobody.
Right.
Dice K, I don't know what All-Star
July,
break maybe.
Yeah.
Um,
Same with Lackey, I think. Or is he done
oh
for
no,
the season?
I think he's gone all year.
All right.
Lackey's on safari.
Okay.
Bowden, I think, just got sent back down.
Yeah. Yeah, he never really
But
impressed
he's never
me
showed
anyway.
anything.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a guy taking up space in case you have a game that's totally out of control one way or the other. You can throw in there for a couple of innings.
Well, Schilling's starting to talk again, so maybe he should come
Oh,
back and
okay.
bring him in.
But the
About
guy,
5 minutes, you guys.
okay, the guy who hasn't gotten into a game much too is Melanson.
Is he supposed to be the 4th starter?
No, he was a reliever.
He is a
They
reliever.
got from Houston.
Oh, yeah, he was their
Got him
closer.
got him just before they got
Yeah,
Bailey.
right.
And even Albers, he pitched yesterday. He's only pitched a couple of times. Hasn't really shown me much of anything. I mean, he
Yeah,
didn't give
we-
up any runs yesterday, but it wasn't that solid of an inning.
I guess that's my point, though, is we don't really have anyone else besides Aceves and Bard to be that 5th starter until Daisuke comes back. And what's going to happen when Daisuke comes back, assuming he comes back healthy? Is it going to be Bard as the swing guy? Is it going to be the
I
other
don't
guy?
know.
Who was he?
Dubront.
fourth? Dubront. Is he going to go into the
well,
bullpen?
I think it's going to depend
part-time?
on who's doing what.
Yeah.
2-3 months from now.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see what's going on.
Well, I
so
guess we gotta start
we'll
wrapping
wrap it
stuff
up and.
Hey, let our listeners know in the future We're going to be having the NASCAR minute, 2 minutes,
Yes.
however much time.
However much time she
needs.
wants.
Yes. Jen is going to be.
So we should have her come out then, huh?
Sure.
So she can show her face.
Yeah.
She should wear NASCAR gear and come out and do a NASCAR
I don't know. Does NASCAR
make maternity clothes?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Are you kidding? We'll find something for
You
her.
have big old Casey Kane on.
We're on the lookout for that right
All
now.
right, well,
Yeah, go online. Yeah.
all right.
NASCAR.com.
She's gonna do. Jen, one of our directors there, is going to do the NASCAR minute.
Yeah, and you're going to be boning up because
I will.
Quiz coming up
All right.
real soon on the Kentucky Derby.
Yes, May.
First Saturday in May.
I know. Third, I think it is this year.
Whatever the first
Whatever
Saturday
the first
in May
Saturday is, something like that.
Yes.
So,
Run for the Roses.
Yes.
Check out tvg.com.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
That's a TV station.
I think it's being aired on NBC, so I might be
No,
able to
but
watch it.
you can just go to Kentucky Derby. I mean, they got websites all over.
I will bone up on it, and in 2 weeks when you're back, because you're
that's right.
gone next week.
Yeah, I'm out visiting the kid.
So actually, it will probably have happened at that point. So you can quiz me on what's going on.
Jeez. No, it won't, because
Not quite?
what's today? 17th.
17th.
Yesterday was the 16th.
Oh, not quite. It'll be that
23rd,
weekend.
30th.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
Big
all right.
topic.
So-
we're going to end up having an expanded 2-hour show just to
Okay.
cover.
We'll do it.
Anyway, I'm shutting up. I'm saying goodbye. I'm banging on the table. What can she do to me now? We're done.
I know. Well,
Okay.
good
Have a good
night,
week, everybody. "125 years and still teaching the world to sing, Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Cape Cod is proud to support the Dukes of Sports. Some of the products offered by Coca-Cola that you can enjoy are Dasani Water, Powerade, Minute Maid Juices, Vitamin Water, Fuse, V8, and Honest Tea.
With 15 offices from the Canal to Provincetown, our experienced and professional agents get the job done, whether you are buying or selling. We also offer summer vacation rentals and can assist in mortgage financing, serving the most buyers and sellers across the entire Cape. Check us out at kinlandgrover.com.
Heritage Floor Covering supports the Dukes of Sports and has a spacious and extensive showroom to browse through. Cheryl and Russell are fully insured and offer free estimates. We sell the best and you pay less. 508-833-7600.
The Sagamore Inn is pleased to support the Dukes of Sports. Feel free to visit our website, SagamoreInnCapeCod.com, for our full menu, catering, and directions. Ask us how you can get a free meal on your next birthday. 508-888-9707.
Dr. Leslie Harmon of Sandwich Animal Hospital, 508-888-2774, gladly supports the Dukes of Sports. We offer lifetime care for dogs, cats, birds, reptiles, rabbits, and more with an on-site diagnostic laboratory, complete pharmacy, medical diets, microchipping, professional grooming, and flea bath appointments. 508-888-8225.